Hi, it's Steve and Caleb here at Rock Island Auction House, bringing you another gun from the vault. Caleb, what do you got for us today?
Today we have the Civil War Spencer carbine.
Very cool gun. Very cool.
Very extremely cool gun. This was the first mass-produced gun that took metallic cartridges. So super cool.
And a repeater at that, which is a rare commodity back in Civil War times.
Yes, very rare. So it didn't completely replace the musket. The musket was still around on the battlefield when this was. But yeah, this had a 7-round magazine tube, and this carbine version was meant for cavalry use.
Which would be handy. Those guys don't want to stop and start jamming a ramrod down the front of a musket.
That would be super inconvenient on the battlefield. So you just loaded up your 7 rounds and you were good to go. And because it was made for cavalry use, you have this saddle ring here, or your sling ring.
Right.
And the firearm itself, the carbine version of this, they made roughly 50,000 of them between 1860 and 1869. Now this is the carbine version, which means you also have the rifle version, which is just a longer version. And combining this with those, they manufactured roughly about 200,000 of them.
And a 56 caliber bullet like that, it's more than enough to put a horse or a man down.
Absolutely.
In a war.
Yep, chambered in 56 Spencer.
Super serious caliber too. And loads in the back, if I remember right?
Yep, you have a tube magazine in the stock here. You just rotate this back piece. That'll pull straight out.
So kind of like a Remington Nylon 66 or some of those guns?
Yep, like your Remington Nylon 66, your Mossberg 151, your 22s.
And they were doing this back in the 1860s?
They were doing it back then, yep. So you just drop your rounds in and slide this on. It has a spring and follower built in. Push and rotate, and you're good to go.
I like the fact that this is so compact and self-contained. I mean, you couldn't ask for more convenience. People were carrying balls and powder on their belt and stuff, and trying to pour this and dump that into a gun and get it loaded. This one, you just grab the cartridges, put them in, cocked it, and go. How does that, how do you actually load one of those?
So you have a lever on the bottom here that also acts as your trigger guard. You would drop that down. When you drop that down, you have your extractor here, and then you also have your feed mechanism and everything.
Oh, this has the color case still on the breech block too.
Yes, the color case
really looks nice.
Still on the breech block. Yep, that's the original for sure. So you would just open up the lever, close it, that loads the round, and if you notice, it didn't cock the hammer, so you have to cock it manually, and then you're ready to fire.
Which is a nice safety feature, plus everybody was trained to cock their musket after they got done loading it anyway. That was automatic.
Yep, your troops were already familiar with that process, so it wasn't a weird thing at all.
Wouldn't be a huge learning curve with this, I wouldn't think.
Nope, super easy. So you also have some pretty basic, you have a basic front sight here. You have a
really thin blade.
Yep, thin blade, but your rear sight has a step in it, has a ladder. So you have your standard piece back here, and then you can also flip it up. And
with really tiny notches there.
Yeah, also use that ladder. And that goes all the way up to 800, which would be 800 yards, not meters. But that there. People
must have had really good eyes back then to see those sights.
I suppose so. But yeah, I mean, that's the Spencer carbine.
Yeah. Of course, a lot of the guys that used them were younger than us too, probably.
That's true, yeah.
So, yeah. Well, that's it for today. We'd like to thank Rock Island Auction House for having us by and letting us look at this and many other guns here. If you have a question or comment, please leave it below. Smash that like button and subscribe. We'll see you next time when we bring you another gun from the vault.